Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Disabled Reality. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a great topic for today's show. Actually, we have two great topics for today's show, in which they are both Antifa and the white supremacists. Both of them need to be labeled as homegrown terrorists, and both of them need to be placed in prison. And the second topic is men have a right to defend themselves against women who hit them first because people have a right to defend themselves. So let's get right into the first topic. You know, there's so much acts of violence going on as it is, and it all needs to stop. Okay? All across the United States, really. And, but more so, to really get to the nucleus of what I'm more or less talking about is the fact that both Antifa and white supremacists need to be labeled as homegrown terrorists. And both sides need to be placed in prisons. Okay? Both sides. Not just one or the other. Both sides always commit acts of violence. And it's got to stop. Both sides need to be labeled as homegrown terrorists. Both sides need to be placed in prisons. Now, for all the assholes out there who keep saying, well, what about the Black Lives Matter protests? First of all, there's a difference between anarchists versus peaceful protesters. Okay? The Antifa are more along the lines of the anarchists. Okay? They are the peaceful protesters do not do any sort of acts of violence at all. They just want peace. They want their voices to be heard. Okay, and these anarchists, these Antifa, and also the white supremacists are not peaceful protesters. They just want violence. Okay, now to dissect this even more so, even with both sides, the Antifa and the white supremacists. Okay, even both sides, both sides even have minors in there. Okay, like teenagers or whatever. Put them in real prisons, and that's it. Okay, they commit these major acts of violence. That's it. Put them in real prisons. Put them in adult prisons. You want to act big time? You'll be treated like a big time. Now, for both sides, for both the Antifa, the anarchists, and the white supremacists. You know, like I said before, label both sides as homegrown terrorists, put them both in prisons, and here's the other thing. For any of them that have children, take their kids away from them permanently as well. Because of the simple fact that they went out and caused violence. Now, if you go out and you cause violence, if you're if you're a violent person, then you can't be around children because you're endangering the welfare of innocent children. So let them lose their children if they have any. And I mean permanently. Seriously. Now, let's get to the other thing. You know, men have a right to defend themselves against women who go and hit them first. Okay? Because first of all, nobody has a right to just go up and just hit anybody else. Okay? Now, if a woman goes up and hits a man first, he has a right to defend himself. Because people have a right to defend themselves. Okay? So now I see all these videos that go on uh, uh, that, when you see a video, especially on social media or wherever else, you're only getting a small portion of the situation. You're not getting the whole entire situation. That's number one. Number two, for many of these assholes out there that go around saying, well, that person did uh attack me 2 months ago. That's 2 months ago. Okay, you should have went to the cops and had that person arrested. You don't wait 2 months and then go attack that person because the first situation happened 2 months ago or whatever. If you're just complaining about a current situation that just happened, now you're attacking that person, and that's all that people are going to know. So you can't have it, both ways. You just have to, um, if somebody goes to attack you, you have a right to defend yourself. On that same day or whatever, you call the cops, have that person arrested and put in prison. Honestly. And you see all these groups of young people, mostly like teenagers, they have to commit acts of violence because they have to uh, prove themselves to their gangs and stuff like that. Seriously. Now, if the cops get called on them, they cry like little babies, okay? And they start complaining, oh, you have no right to arrest me. You have no right to arrest me. Seriously. This is the way that they act. We need to make strict laws. I mean, Army drill sergeant strict laws that discipline these sort of people. Okay? And I don't care if you're black, white, Vulcan, or whatever the hell you are. You have no right to go out and just commit acts of violence. Seriously. Now, like I said, men have a right to defend themselves against women who go up and hit the men first. Because everybody has a right to defend themselves. Just like for women for a long time, right? They complained about they need to have laws protecting women against men who go and hit them and whatever. And they're right. You're right. You uh, Women have a right to defend themselves. Now men have a right to defend themselves. To be fair, all across the board. Seriously. And you see too many women getting away with hitting men first. And that's got to stop just as well. Nobody has a right to just go up and just to hit anybody else. Really, honestly, people have a right to defend themselves, and there is a difference. So, uh, anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about the website that my husband and I have together called LDNY. Again, that's AWLDNY. And the link to there is awldny.com. And you guys can check out all the products that are on there. All the products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. And I also want to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is aihny.com. You guys can check out all the pages on there. On the homepage of the website, you will see the link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. Also, on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the links to the two books that I wrote. And if you follow those two links, you will be able to check out both of my books, and you will also be able to purchase both of my books as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.